Oh, oh, dang. Blood splattering everywhere, even on the other people. Yo, I love that the music played. She came in and like, oh wait, there are three birds? Wait, they said that they were gonna do something foolish. Did they kill Jongwon? No. They they committed suicide. Wow, this episode was just man, well first we we know that Hanso is going to be scarier and more crazier than Junu. Like we see it. We see in each episode that he is changing little by little. And him with the gun, I can confidently say that he's going to use it on Vincenzo, maybe, but he's definitely going to use it on Junu. I mean, again, we see in each episode the changes that he is going through because of Junu's personality. Some of his creepy, scary personality is rubbing on to Hanso. And yeah, again, we see him changing little by little, and he's going to be pretty much the Joker, if you know what I mean. You know, this crazy guy. Oh, and the ending, the very ending of this episode, well, first, I did not expect it that. The families of the victims, man, that's the best way that I can describe my reaction after watching that is, man, that's, yeah. So instead of going in order like I usually do when I do a review episode, I'll just pinpoint like the main stuff. So first, Hanso called Junu about no one wants to invest in our company anymore because of what Chaeyoung said in the last episode. But then Junu was like, well, you know, da 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 da. But then Hanso raised his voice. And then Junu was like, hey, don't raise your voice at me. You're scaring me. And when he said that, I'm like, you can already see and tell that Hanso is going to get more crazier than him. Thanks to you, Junu. I mean, if you think about it, the person who had the most impact on him is Junu. So, not surprising that he's changing, but also surprising that we see these changes. So fast forward, Hanso has dinner with Jinte and Ungo, and he is trying to have them be on their side, but because the company is messed up, and you know, because of this happened and that happened from previous episodes, they don't want to be on their side, and they were definitely arrogant about it, and I don't blame them. But then after that dinner, Hanso was like, you know what? Let's have a after party. Come follow me. And at that point, I kind of knew something was going to happen. I just didn't expect that. So the after party was pretty much kidnapping both Jinte and Ungo, tying them up, and just, you know, just trying to intimidate them. And we see Hanso getting just a little bit crazier because he has sent men in black to kidnap them. And not only that, he also sent other men in black to try to get Chaeyoung and Vincenzo at their place. But don't worry, I'll get to that part later. Now back to Hanso dealing with Jinte and Ungo. They're at this, well, I don't want to say warehouse, but they're at somewhere in this construction site. So they're there, and then Junu comes out of nowhere with a hockey mask and a hockey stick and took a swing on Ungo. He hit him once, he fell to the floor, and then just doing hoo 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 hoo, bam, 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 and just shocking everyone. Shocked me too. I mean, like, I know how crazy the guy is, but still, everything he does always shock me, even though I shouldn't be surprised. But man, he just kept going. And then to the point where it's like completely insane, where he goes, is he dead? I guess. With a high-pitched voice and a smile and just laughing, and everyone is just in shock, blood splatter all over the wall on other people. Hanso, he's just shocked. And yeah, see, like just like I said, the person who has the most impact on Hanso is obviously Joon Woo. So Hanso is obviously going to get more crazier than Joon Woo at some point in this drama. And now the next morning, now I'm still talking about Hanso and Joon Woo. The next morning they're having breakfast, chit chat. And Hanso said, "Hey, I have something to tell you." And Joon Woo was like, "Something tells me that you did something wrong." And well, from Joon Woo's point of view, something he did was wrong. He didn't really say it. We didn't really see him say it, but I think it was obvious that he told Joon Woo that he sent men to go after Chaeyoung and Vincenzo, and that led to Joon Woo throwing the glass cup and just shouting, being angry, and storming out. But here's the thing: Hanso's reaction to all of that, he sat down and ate, and his posture, his reaction. Usually Hanso would be very sorry, his face would be intimidated, sad, like this, and probably shaking a bit. But no, he sat down, ate, leaned back a bit. It's almost like that type of reaction of, I'm not sorry. So yeah, just like I said, we see these changes of him. And now going to Chaeyoung and Vincenzo, so the men that Hanso sent, yeah, they were going to kill Chaeyoung and Vincenzo. So first we're at Chaeyoung's place. Chaeyoung found out because she saw footprints on the floor, and then we see a guy who I think was in the bathroom with a hammer chasing after Chaeyoung, going back and forth, all of this. And then Vincenzo came in just in the nick of time, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, didn't they go their separate ways? But then we found out that he knew that there were people watching them, following them. So he came in, there was a nice fight scene between the goons and Vincenzo, and then one of them threw the hammer, which Vincenzo jumped onto Chaeyoung to avoid her from getting hit. And then once they threw it, they all fled. And then now at Vincenzo's place, yeah, they had the goons there, thanks to the tenants who fought back, which first, I keep forgetting his name, but it's the guy from Crash Landing on You. I have to remember the tenant's name. I can't remember all of them. I just know him as like Piano Girl, Clothes Guy, Fake Chef, Fake Chef Assistant, the Sous Chef. I really have to learn their names. So yeah, the tenants fought back, and then they made them flee away. And then Vincenzo got back. He heard the story, and well, first off, before I start talking about Chaeyoung coming to Vincenzo's place, can I just say that the battle between Vincenzo and the pigeon, now named Inzaghi, is just so hilarious. I think I need more of their relationship because it is so funny. Countless times that he is trying to get this bird off his windowsill, but anyway, off his window, and stop cooing every time he sleeps. Like, it's so hilarious. And the fact that he named the bird, like, we don't even know if it's a girl or a guy. I don't even know, but anyway, it's just so hilarious. And then when he comes back, obviously the window is shattered, it's wide open. He comes into his room and see Inzaghi with a friend. And he's in the room, he's trying to grab Inzaghi to try to get him out. But in the end, he fails. So pretty much he left the room with bird feathers all over him. And he just leave him be. Which was pretty hilarious. And again, I need more of their relationship. So then Chaeyoung came to his place, traumatized of what happened. Even when she was at the hotel, when the employees were looking at her, to her, they were looking at her in a creepy way, even though they weren't. That shows that she was definitely traumatized. So she went to Vincenzo's place and stayed at his place. I don't blame her. The ramen scene was pretty hilarious. It makes me want to eat ramen now. But yeah, and then Vincenzo was like, I can't sleep in my room. I'm going to sleep on the floor. You sleep on the couch. Chaeyoung was like, oh, you naughty boy. But then Vincenzo was like, well, you want to sleep in my room? Go right ahead. She opens the door. She sees the two birds and the music plays and she's like, and then, which is so hilarious. Oh my God. Yo, as of right now, Inzaghi is still in his room. I believe so. I mean, the window is wide open, so I don't know if he's going to get it fixed. But I would love, I would love from now on to probably, I wouldn't say at the end of the drama, but maybe towards the end, like maybe episode 16 or 17, whatever, Inzaghi will still be there. Like, so Vincenzo would have never slept in his room until now, from now until probably episode 16 or 17. If that happens, that would be hilarious. Then fast forward to the next day, Chaeyoung and Vincenzo met up with Jungmoon's prosecutor. Since they're on the same side, they're pretty much working together. They were trying to figure out who is the real boss. Chaeyoung and Vincenzo don't know who it is yet, but they did get some hint from the prosecutor when he heard Jungmoon said those jerks. So he was using plural words. So, I mean, that's like the only hint they have as of right now, but they're getting close. So Vincenzo thought about, hey, why don't we do a little something that goes against the book? But Jungmoon's prosecutor was like, I've always done my investigation by the book. I don't need to do any tricks or whatever, so I'm gonna say no. But then we see someone spying on the three, and they were spying on for Joon Woo. Then fast forward, we see the company actually getting investors, and Hansol said that we are gonna resume RDU-90, the same drug that killed a lot of people, even the victims. So it's like, man, that sucks. So pretty much what Chaeyoung said is pretty much true. Evil definitely recovers quickly. And they got the investors, and Jungmoon's now former prosecutor called them and said Jungmoon has dropped all of the charges now against the company. And it's like, damn, for real? So now he was like, hey, does the offer of the sting operation is still standing? And Chaeyoung was like, yup. And we don't leave any traces. So pretty much later that night, they head to Jungmoon's place. They find dead bodies. I think they found 2 before they found Jungmoon dead. And eventually Vincenzo found Jungmoon dead in his room, stabbed. And if that's not enough, Chaeyoung was sent a text from the families of the victims saying that, well, I didn't read the entire text, but the gist of it was that they were still angry and sad of what happened, and they're going to do something foolish. Now, we know that they killed themselves, but were they the ones that killed Jungmoon? Now, even though that they didn't show who actually killed Jungmoon and the other people, I mean, is it the families of the victims? I mean, they said in the text, we're going to do something foolish. I know one of them is killing themselves, but it kind of makes sense for the families to kill Jungmoon, because, I mean, Jungmoon was their doctor for the family members who was affected by the drugs from the company. And he kept saying it's not from the company takes their safety seriously, even though he was lying. But I can also see Joon Woo doing it too, because kill the guy who pretty much pressed charges against you, but since he dropped it, why kill him? But seeing how crazy Joon Woo is, kill him anyway. Yeah, it's still up in the air, but then eventually towards the end of the episode, yeah, we see that the family of the victims did kill themselves. I don't want to get into details on how. You guys can figure that out on your own. I mean, they even showed what they used. But yeah, that scene was just, man. First off, I did not expect that scene. That was, wow, man. I can't talk about this episode without talking about the tenants. They were there, just not as much as they used to be. It's definitely the main focus is on Vincenzo, Chaeyoung, Hansol, Joon Woo, pretty much in their circle. For the tenants, they are doing a good job in trying to find the gold, trying to be on the same page, trying to, well, even though that they agree, well, I should put that in quotes, agree to split the gold evenly, I think it's pretty obvious. Once you have a lot of money, you want more for you and less for everyone else. For Miri, the piano girl, she's getting close. I mean, in that one scene where she was spying on Vincenzo meeting with the monks, and she knows that Vincenzo wants the monks to leave. Well, I wouldn't say leave, but move out. So yeah, she's getting close. She's definitely getting close. Um, for Vincenzo and his mom, well, first off, Vincenzo found out that his mom has lung cancer. She was diagnosed with lung cancer back in 1993, which is the same year that she left him. And he definitely came into a conclusion. Well, it's still up in the air for him. That maybe she abandoned me because she didn't want to die on me. Makes sense though. Definitely makes sense. And a funny scene at the hospital where Vincenzo came in and pretty much talked down towards the doctor, saying that how come you're not checking if she's eating? How come you're not making her taking her pills and whatnot? She can't be doing this just using, well, she can't do this on her own decision. You have to make her take the pills, eat, try to be healthy. And him just, well, him as Vincenzo, just seeing him, act like a son pretty much for his mom is just definitely a heartfelt moment right there. I love that scene. That was so good. So yeah, that was pretty much the gist of the episode. That's the review. If there's anything else I might have missed, please leave it in the comments below. Tell me your thoughts and opinions on this episode, because there were some shocking moments that I did not expect. I really can't wait to see how crazy Hansol can get, but I do know that it's going to be more crazier, and just seeing him change little by little each episode is just it's just something enjoyable to watch. Just seeing this intimidated guy become this soon to be scary guy, and I'm pretty sure that he's going to get rid of the real boss and become the real boss himself. So anyway, I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. And other than that, if you like this review, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.